Let's go, my friends. We've got a little bit over 48 hours here for Cookie Alliance Season 220, and we have expert Fire of Fate here for you to help you continue in a speed demon way to get through here. With that, thank you for tuning in. As always, I appreciate your support. Thank you for the likes and the subs. On top of that, if you got questions, comments, as always, please let me know. And we'd love to see you in our amazing community Discord server. All right, so what do we got going on? Today, we got Fire of Fate Expert. That's right. We're going to break this all down. It's going to help you. This team will help you. We got one team, get to master. You can also use this team in master. I'm going to give you some other ideas as well here. Now, a couple things, as always, make sure that you use the Beacon of Valor. If you're thinking about artifact upgrades, the biggest thing is once you get here, you got to get all the way through. And what do I mean by that? It means that you get all the way through to wave 20. You get to see all the suggested here. We got electricity, we got ice, we got poison, we got earth, and we got wind. Wind's very nice, except some of the challenges is getting through poison. We'll talk about that in a little bit as we do our run. Now, a couple things about this. You do not need these upgrades necessarily to get by. I was able to get by, but it doesn't hurt if you want to go to wind like that, okay? Now, a couple things here. Let's go ahead and talk about the team. So this team, we were able to get all the way through with one team. That's right. Now, a couple things here that I do want to discuss. We have the tarts now, which makes a huge difference, a little bit better for your teams. It's nice they have the suggested up here as well, so that's something else that you can keep in mind as you think about what you're building with your team. One thing that I did, I've ran it without the Cream Ferret here. So if you don't have the Cream Ferret, you can use something like a Snapdragon if you want to. However, what I actually ran it with before in our skill elements, actually, if we go this way, right here, Black Lemonade, my friend. So I ran it with Black Lemonade as a different one because electricity and some other pieces there. You can use that as well. Now this with Cream Ferret and 2 healers, a little bit higher likelihood of success. It helps Wind Archer here as well, and just again for that additional healing outside of your awakened PV. Now, in terms of this team, the idea is really lots of damage, survivability up front here, with everyone's favorite beast, my friends, Burning Spice. Now, additionally, we have Rebel Cookie right here, Rebel Cookie to help knock things down up front, multiple hits, decoys, those kinds of things, and then additionally Wind Archer for our big damage dealer. Now, on top of that, we do have Fire Spirit Cookie, so don't forget about that. I do not have that cookie yet. I do got great guides on how to get that as a free-to-play player that you can check out here on the channel, and great time to like and subscribe for future content for those kinds of things. All right, so a couple things here in particular though. We're on cooldown, we're on attack, and then we're also on the whistle in terms of this piece. You can certainly use some other ones if you'd like to from that part. And then when we get to our gear, a couple things here. We're on cooldown. We got attack and attack speed here. You can flip over to attack if you want to. A little bit better survivability, I like to think, with the cooldown. Here we're on attack. Don't forget on our tarts, we also have attack. Fire damage is nice. We got attack, a little bit more survivability here. Crit, you can move out if you wanted to. Here we got survivability on PV, we got cooldown on PV. On our Wind Archer, we do have attack on attack and attack and attack speed, so keep those things in mind. And then last but not least, we have survivability here plus cooldown. So that's kind of how I got my team set up for this particular run here for our Alliances 2-20. Now, things that you're also going to run into in terms of these effects: max HP up, we have poison, we also have periodic healing, we have cooldown, and last but not least, we have crit percent, crit damage down. Makes it a little bit harder on that final boss. All right, so again, questions, comments, let me know. We'd love to see you in that Discord server, my friends. Regardless, though, we're going at it right now. Yes, we don't have tarts on every cookie yet. We got a full-blown tart guide here on the channel that you can absolutely check out, regardless, my friends. All right, here we go. So this one here, because we're already through, we got the upgrade, we're just going to hit the Ruler of the Golden City. As you're going to see, it still takes quite a bit, actually, to kind of get through. It gets even harder, obviously, when you go to Master. However, we're through it now. We got the data corruption. That's the one thing to pay attention to here. Now, again, we got Frost. All right. Gonna keep moving through this. There you go. As you can see, doing mincemeat work. There it is. Not bad, not bad. Time for the chili pepper, my friends. Look at this chili pepper right there. The Destroyer's Gaze. Look at that. All right, here we go. Chapter 3. Break it down. Keep them off you. Not bad. Now, this one is a little bit harder. When we get to the boss, I'll talk about this. So, one, we also have periodic healing. Perfect, right? Just exactly what we need. Now, when we hit this boss right here, the Cocoa Mambo, this thing is always a pain, my friends. It self-heals. Watch that. So the biggest thing that we have to have here is you have to be able to either out-damage deal it, or you need to be able to shut that heal down. It becomes more of a problem once you get past Expert. All right, here we go. Generally, what's going to happen is if you use this team or a team that can't out-damage it or shut it down, you will get stuck on that one on Master. All right, here we go. Into the next piece. Now you can see we got Earth. We got the Harpoon Captain coming at us. Good thing is it's still vulnerable to water. Doesn't matter though, we took it down. All right, chapter 5, last piece of our run here. Now, as you can see, now we're playing to our elemental type. Not bad. Got the last boss coming up here. Pretty quick in 10 minutes, right? 2.5. Not bad. Raging Dream Conductor. Now watch, it's going to get a little bit of a heal. Boom, there you go. So same thing, we also got Beckoning Dreams. Our cookies are going to fall asleep. So it's got a heal, it's got Beckoning Dreams. There you go. Again, Cocoa Mambo, this one, making sure that you're able to clip it in terms of not allowing it to heal makes a huge difference. Regardless though, for our expert mode, the strategy that we took was going right on through and doing tons of damage. Now, again, one of my favorite tips and tricks, as always, is if you can't progress further or far enough on the next phase, which is generally getting past the first one, make sure you open your second chest. Now, I've been able to do it. However, hey, not bad, legendary, right? I've been able to do it. This team will get you to Cocoa Mambo in Master, so I want to share that with you. Again, here, lots of players always ask for the battle reports. You can see where that damage is done, right? So right there, look at that. Beast dealing lots of damage. We also got a lot of damage there. Damage received. You can see where a lot of that is. Healing, all that fun stuff, and then healing received. Perfect, right? So running that double heal strategy absolutely helps you from that perspective. It's not necessarily, though, to correct myself there, to complete expert mode, my friends. And once again, it's not needed to have all these up to 20 either to complete expert mode. It doesn't hurt, it definitely helps. By doing that, you'll get probably into the top, we'll call it 20,000, close to elite. And with that, we got a little bit over 48 hours left. With that, many of you in the Discord server were asking about expert mode and master mode, which is one of the reasons why I did this here, and I hadn't got through it. So now you have the episode and guide. With that, if you still got a question, if you got a comment, let me know. I'd love to hear from you. And please, we'd love to see you in our amazing community Discord server, my friends. I can't thank you enough. And with that, thank you. Thank you for tuning in today. I truly appreciate it. Thank you for the likes and the subs as we continue to grow such an amazing community here, my friends. Additionally, we have affiliate links available to you. We got memberships, we got all other kinds of ways to support, so thank you so much. Don't forget my socials, at me, chat me, stay connected. And with that, this is what we call #1 free-to-play player. Collect those rewards, my friends. They go a long way. With that, until next time, keep on running.